Right, here we have the GPD. Been looking forward to getting this unboxed. I've had it for a while. I have taken it out of the box, installed some stuff, got it ready for this video. So let's get it unboxed and let's have a look and show you guys exactly what this is and what it can do. Right now I'm going to display this like this because under this box lid is the Windows 10 serial number and I don't want to be giving that out, do you know what I mean? So without further ado, let's have a look at this. We'll leave the GPD till last because there's a lot to say about this beautiful little handheld. Now it obviously comes with a screen protector which I haven't fitted because I haven't had time. Underneath the top insert you've got 3 mini boxes. Inside one we find the manual, and my god, it's a good manual. It's glossy. I love glossy manuals. I love colour manuals. It actually helps you with a startup guide that's useful. And then the other leaflet is all in Chinese, Japanese. I don't know the difference, so please don't be offended. I can't read any of it. Now we have the obligatory headphones that come with almost all devices nowadays. But these ones actually look very special. They've got a unique design, believe it or not. Okay, so in the other box we've got a, I'm guessing a US power converter plug socket thing. I won't be using it. It discharges off of USB 3.0 sockets quite fine, so that's what I'll be using to charge them overnight. Right, now that's all out of the way, let's crack open this beast. Oh, it's beautiful, so beautiful. I haven't had this out for about a week, so impressive. Right, so the front left you've got some cooling vents, you've got a microphone hole on the right hand side and power LED. On the right hand side you've got more cooling vents, and on the rear you can see you've got your 2 trigger buttons. They're quite clicky. HDMI out, which is a mini HDMI. Handy that this console's built in with that. You've got your memory card slot, which I have upgraded to 128GB because for a system like this, why wouldn't you? I've also got a USB 16GB in the back there just for emergencies and anything I download from the console itself. I really like these buttons, but the thing I find, to get to R1 and L1, I find that you have to stretch your finger around the bigger R2 and L2 buttons. But what I do find is that if you're playing a Steam game that does enable all of these buttons, you can accidentally hit those with your finger. It's not a big deal, it's just a little gripe. Right, okay, let's open this bad boy up. Now look at it, just look at it. This is so well built. It's got a full keyboard, minus the numpad. It does replace it with this nice set of function keys. So now the best bit about this GPD is the thumbsticks, the D-pad, almost identical Nintendo DS buttons. Just a great design. Now if we zoom in we can see that there is 3 options for your controls. You have the option to use it as an Xbox 360 controller using the D-pad, analog sticks, buttons, etc. Or you can switch it to the middle position and use it as a fully fledged mouse. Underneath you can see at the bottom right you've got your cooling fan, and in the middle you can see you've got your cooling fan speeds. Now I would advise that you never turn this off at full speed. And I find that it can get relatively warm and uncomfy in the summer months. Now this is an idle speed temperature gauge that I'm using. It's called Speed Fan. You can install it on any PC or Windows based machine. It's very accurate to what this system is running, and as you can see it's telling me it's running hot already, and that's just on idle speed. Now if we fire up the PSP Emulator, we find that I've got a whole library of PSP games that I do own, and if you have seen my previous PSP collection video, you'll see that I own all these games. Now what I love about this system, not just the PSP Emulator, but how many systems this console can emulate. If your PC can do it, pretty much this can do it. We'll run everything up to PSP better than any other device. What it does do is it enables vertical sync, smoothing of edges. It gives you a whole host of options that you can play with, and this is why I don't pull out my PSP more often. This is my go-to PSP now, and I love it for that. Now I'm going to show you some examples of some games. We're going to run the frames per second. We're also going to run the heat test at the end, and I'll show you exactly what this system can do PSP wise. As you can see here, there's no slowdown. Now, I'm not sure if you can see it or not at the top of the screen, but it does have a 100%, between 95 and 100% frame rate at the top there. Now I'm going to demonstrate some of the controls working. Now I didn't have to configure anything. You can see that the analog stick works perfectly fine. You've also got the option of using the D-pad. All the buttons are allocated where they should go to emulate the PSP system. Now we're going to fire up some golf, because I do love me some golf. Now we'll go and do beginner, and we'll just start up a match. As you can see again, it's still running at 100%. It's all good with the PSP emulator. Grab myself a cheeky drink. Right, here we go. So you can see we're now going to take a shot. Boom. Not bad, not bad. Okay, so you've got between 95 and 100% at the top there. Okay, so that's about as stressful as this game will get. Now we're going to fire up a fully 3D environment, fully 3D modelled game, so we can do a stress test and see exactly how this will or will not bog down the system. So there, at low speed, you can see we're running fine. I'll push the accelerator button now, try and control it with one hand. Sorry for my shoddy gameplay. Here we go. I'm going to let him crash into the wall. Boom. And there we go, we're running at 100%. So I don't think I need to show you any more than that. I'll show you some Steam games now. Okay, so here we're playing some Trials, as you can see. No problems whatsoever. I know Trials is not the most demanding game, but then this isn't the system for those demanding games. I'm personally quite happy with 30 frames per second for a handheld. Now if you find this monkey on Steam, add me on Steam. Now we're going to look at the temperatures after running the PSP emulator and the Steam game, and you can see that we're running at 60 degrees, which is actually where we started. Now we're going to run some Game Boy Advance emulators, which is one of my childhood favourite consoles. There's so many good titles on a Game Boy Advance. I could do a video just on Game Boy Advance. Again, Game Boy Advance emulator is running at 100%, no sound issues, no lag, no dodginess. Now we'll go back to Steam and we'll run another game. Don't know if you're familiar with this game, but it's great. It's absolutely great. If you can get hold of a copy of this cheap like I did, I think I paid like £3 for this. Again, we're running at 100%, no issues whatsoever. This is probably going to be my casual gaming game for the next couple of months. Right, so I've shown you some Steam games, I've shown you some Game Boy Advance, we've done some PSP, everything. I cannot say a bad word about this system yet. Now there are some heat issues that could have been done better. I mean, they could have put the vent at the back, they could have rerouted the heat. The heatsink I hear isn't great. If you don't care about that stuff, if you just want a system that's going to play what you want it to play, when you want to play it, this is the most versatile, most useful and best handheld, even against the Switch. This has the most features. You can't get better than this, unless of course they make a GPD 2, which I hear a rumour they are going to. Now I'm going to go away and play some games. I've been your Drunken. I'm going to go and have a drink. I hope you all have a lovely week, and I'll see you all next time for another Drunken unboxing. Peace out. Bye.